What a gorgeous morning. We are just packing up here and getting ready to head out of the shelter. A beautiful little shelter area and campsite. Again, I showed you that pond last night that we're sitting by, but just beautiful last night. I think it only got down to maybe about 40 degrees, so it's pretty comfortable. We have come to the rock garden. Kind of cool. I guess this is where you make your favorite Karen. Pretty neat little area. Last thing that was labeled a rock garden was this rock scramble up to the top, so we're happy that this is a different kind of rock garden.
This is more visual than physical.
Yes, we like that. It's been a beautiful morning so far. We left about 6:45 this morning. Had another guy in the shelter with us that is just out for basically an overnighter, and was coming up here to the White Cliffs and then headed back. But real nice guy. Made Joe and I look pretty bad. He was older than us, but looked like he was 20 years younger than us.
69, he looked like he was 49.
Yeah. Joe looks 49.
Plus 30.
Well, then you got to add the age of your limbs onto that, and it adds up pretty quick. So, anyways, pretty cool. Pretty cool little spot.
And we hit Trail Magic this morning.
That's right. He was willing to take our trash out when he heads back.
He volunteered it.
Yeah, Joe didn't have to cry or beg.
Yeah, he said, hey, I'll take your trash for you.
Wow.
And that's when I started crying.
Crying out of joy.
Tears of joy.
All right, well, this is pretty cool. We're going to enjoy this a little bit and head on.
You see that one that kind of looks like a duck or something? Or a goose?
Oh.
It's like the tail coming out.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me get up here. I guess that's very creative there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see that one. Very creative. Yeah, a quick break here at the creek, river, what do you want to call it? Get some more water. Just a beautiful area. What do we have there, Joe?
This is the Frito almond butter honey drizzle sandwich.
Wow.
There's a Fritos as part of the base on the bread, and then you have the almond butter, and then you have the honey drizzle on top.
All right. And what kind of bread?
And this is cinnamon raisin twist.
Wow, man, you are getting quite fancy.
Yeah, you gotta mix it up a little bit so the Fritos add texture and the honey some sweetness, and probably all told this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably about 500 calories for this little sandwich.
Wow.
Take that, Subway.
It's probably going to be on their menu soon once they see this.
Once they see this,
Yeah. All right, there you have it.
The Frito
Well,
almond butter.
I had just your basic chicken on tortilla. I've already eaten it, but
You might have to try this on a tortilla.
and a peanut butter on the tortilla. Yeah, that could be our little honey bear.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it? Yeah.
Kind of dry.
All right. Okay.
But it's good. It's all right.
All right. Okay. Another creation from Joe.
Mm-hmm.
From No Filter. All right. Coming across a pretty cool bridge. I have to say Vermont does a pretty good job with a lot of their bridges. Coming across a pretty large gorge here. Joe filming, me filming him, filming that.
Beautiful river.
So that's a tough climb. We were just commenting how Vermont's been very nice with their terrain and grades and switchbacks, and they just hit us with a pretty steep rock climb. But
there was a place to at least put your feet.
Exactly, and it wasn't wet. So beautiful view too. So at least he's got a good view out of it. Airport over there. I'm not sure which one, but I've seen airport. If you see way down there where that parking lot is, that's where we just came from. And then mountains up here behind these trees where we came down off the ridge. So we got just a little bit more to get to the top of this one, but hopefully that was the worst of it.
It's not. We're going down for a little bit, then we're going to repeat and do the same thing. I just know it.
Good.
Have some M&Ms.
All right, that'll fix anything. All right, we'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Well, once again, we didn't do a wrap up last night. We got in, I guess it was about 6:15-ish, something like that. And another person in the shelter, and again, we always try to be respectful. And by the time we got all our chores done, it was getting late. So
I got to clean the bathroom.
yeah, Joe gets a humanitarian award. You want to tell a story, Joe?
Keep going. I got my mouth full.
Well, he'll tell you the privy cleaning story. So
somebody had an accident, a really bad accident, and it was really bad. I almost took a picture, but I didn't ever want to see it again. So
yeah.
I volunteered that I would do that if David hung the bear bag and went and got the water and stuff. But it was evidence of people just not caring. But hey,
Yeah.
we had a very clean experience this morning.
Yeah, Joe had a Ziploc bag over his hand. And
It was like my glove, you know. I went through a lot of handy wipes.
yeah, and it was the Governor Clement shelter. And I guess looking at the comments on it, it used to be a kind of a party place. The road, Forest Road, used to be open. They've shut it, but it still looks like there's some people that come up there and use that. So there's, there was some trash and anyways, what Joe experienced in the prairie and stuff. So anyways, he gets a humanitarian award. Christy, you can go ahead and put him in for that. I'm sure there's got to be something for some kind of award for that. But
And amazing, it was another one of those privies. Here you are in the woods, and it has a handicap ramp, access ramp to it.
And handicap bars inside. I mean, it was a new privy, it looked like, so it's very nice. So hopefully we'll be able to get the shelter back in shape. It was an old stone shelter, which has been around for a long time with a fireplace inside of it, which we didn't really use. But anyways,
David chased a mouse out of the shelter.
Little field mouse was in there, but we didn't have any problems last night. No mice showed up. There's no bear box there or bear cables or anything like that, so we had to hang a bear rope. And that's been a while since we've done that, but it was impressive. One toss,
Perfect hang.
Yeah, perfect. So we got another potentially long day. We're going to kind of see how it goes. We got like a 4-mile climb this morning, which we're already halfway up, so that's good news. Fresh legs. It's always nice to start a big climb first thing in the morning. But then we've got, if we push it to the 20 miles we're looking at, we've got a fairly steep climb at the very end of the day. So we'll see how we feel about the halfway mark, or about mile 13, I think. There's a campground, and if we're not feeling it, we'll just stop there and pull up short. Joe and I kind of looked yesterday and said, man, we brought way too much food.
Yeah.
We've got enough food for another day, so that's not going to be a problem if we stretch out our supply.
But we're eating like crazy, and I think today we could eat a lot of M&Ms because they're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And that provides sugar and energy to get up that hill.
Yeah, I like that. And we're in day 3 of our resupply, so 2 full days. So that means our food bags are getting lighter. At least they fit into the packs a little bit better.
And we keep working on it.
That's right. We won't stop till it's all gone. It's our chore. So, hey, we passed a milestone at the end of yesterday. Woohoo! We are less than 500 miles to Katahdin. At the end of yesterday, it was 499.7 to go to Katahdin. It's closing in, man. It is closing in. And we've got about 55 miles, I think, to the end of Vermont. So we're pushing on that one as well. So, and then we're anxiously excited to get our way into New Hampshire's and the Whites, and we know it's going to be challenging, but as we find with all of this,
Anxiously excited.
Yes.
That's a pretty good combination of words there.
it is. It is. I thought of those all by
Very
myself.
expressive.
Yeah, I'm that way
job. I like
sometimes.
that.
Yeah. But you hear so many different opinions from everybody, and what we have found as we come along through this is the only way to really know is just get in it and experience it, because we've seen that through just about everywhere. Pennsylvania was going to be terrible, and yeah, it was bad in some spots, but not as bad as some people played it up. Vermont, as far as Vermud, has really not been that bad, and part of it, we were talking to some locals. They said it was a little bit dry early spring, or I should say late winter or whatever, so they think that's contributing to the fact it's not quite as bad. So we'll take that. And then we know just from some of the scouting reports we've received that the Whites could be challenging with snow and everything. So anyways, we're just ready to do them and stop thinking about them. We're trying to figure out our days to make sure we've got enough that we can slow down and still be able to get to Katahdin in the time frame we need to. And I think we're in pretty good shape at this point. But we've got some leeway that we can be smart about it. But anyways, we're anxiously excited.
Anxiously excited.
Yeah.
And praying for good weather.
Exactly. Today's supposed to be beautiful. Another one of those days of just great weather. So we're hoping the trail will cooperate as well, and we will be able to get the miles that we need to. But anyways, good day yesterday. Kicked our butt a little bit at the end with some steep climbs. Vermont's been good, and then every now and then they throw something at you that, straight up a hill. But for the most part, that's been pretty good with what the grade and terrain has been.
Yeah, the trails have been doable. Even when they send you straight up a hill, you can still get footing, which has it's nice. It's just been hard work.
Yeah.
Been impressed with Vermont.
Yeah. It started to rain on us a little bit yesterday. What about, I guess, right after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And so
we were getting ready to leave the shelter, and right as we get ready to leave the shelter, the rain starts coming down. So we stop, reconfigure our gear. David does a quick repair on his rain pants. Get all that done. Stops raining.
Yeah. So we take our jackets back off, left the pants on, and then we go a little ways, and it started raining again. And it's okay, for a little bit, but the trouble is things get cold quick. And when that breeze started blowing, the front coming in, it got really cold, so we had to throw our rain jackets back on. And as soon as we got them on, probably about 5 minutes later, it stopped raining
again.
So we know how to control the weather. All you have to do is put your rain stuff on, and the rain will stop.
So we tried a trick yesterday. David put his on, and I put mine half on. We thought maybe that would jinx the rain a little bit. But when you do that, though, you get so sweaty. So we were a little bit soaked, not from the rain so much, but from sweat by the time we got up the hill and got to camp.
Yeah. So sometimes you can't win, but we keep trying.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we'll cut it here. We're going to finish our break and then finish the last couple miles up this big climb, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. And we'll talk to you all a little bit later.
Happy trails.
Take care. All right, this is our wrap up in the day for day 77. And the bugs are out.
Swarming.
I don't know if you can see them on the film, but
they're all of a sudden coming like crazy.
It's like, they like us.
Yeah.
So, great day. We started at the Governor Clement shelter. I think we talked about that a little bit this morning. And we are now at the Gifford Woods State Park. The AT comes right through here, and they have a little section that they have for thru hikers, and it's $6 a person per night. Yeah. Pretty primitive, but there's bathrooms available, running water, showers,
picnic tables by your campsite.
So pretty nice. Pretty nice.
And it worked out as one of those surprises. We didn't know that they'd even be open, but we called and they actually opened yesterday. It was the first day of the season. So I said, all right, it was either going to get our butts handed to us if we continued on, or take it here, and we got the time to do it. And 0.8 of a mile away was
a deli.
Yes,
a deli, and I can't remember the name of it, but 8 miles, not too bad of a road walk to get there.
A little bit uphill on the way there, and then downhill on the way back.
Yeah,
good sandwiches and beer and other beverages we had, iced tea, and once again, David's deli experience with ice cream was rather challenging. Yeah, it was about as frozen as you can get. It took him he just had to set it aside for a couple of minutes, let the sun sit on it before he could really start eating it. But it was good. It was good. 900 calories.
900 calories are good. So yeah, the subs or the sandwiches we had were good. Had an adult beverage. So we got some calories in tonight. And again, road walk wasn't too bad, and kind of cooler temperatures than the last time we tried to do a road walk.
Yeah.
So all in all, it was pretty good. Again, Joe mentioned, I think we ended up doing about 13.8. We pulled up short just because there's a big climb that if we went further than here, we'd have to go, the next shelter or area you can stay is 7 miles away. And it's up a pretty steep climb. So it's like, let's go ahead and wait. We'll do that climb in the morning and kind of reset ourselves. We're going to add a day in here for getting to Norwich. We originally were going to try to get there on Monday, but we've decided we've got enough food that we can push one more day, and that allows us to stretch it out just a little bit and decrease the wine factor.
And be, but I'm older.
No, I'm not complaining at all. Like I said, it's kind of nice. We're, again, we've talked about this. Our big thing is just trying to figure out what our mileage is going to be when we get into the whites, and making sure we got enough extra days to slow down in the whites. And so
weather,
weather, in the weather, exactly.
Weather could just shut us down.
Exactly. If weather's bad, then we definitely will take a day off, because we're not going to fight the whites with bad weather. So we think we've got a good buffer in there, and so I think we're going to be in pretty good shape, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, and the weather's looking good, pretty good for us for the next few days to get to Norwich. A little bit of rain here and there, but we should be all right.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. I didn't see a whole lot of people on the trail today, which is surprising because it's a Saturday. We thought we'd see a lot more section hikers, and we saw, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 people, 5 people.
It was that one little family of 4, and then there was that couple, and then that girl by herself with the dog.
Right.
And other than that, I think it was just folks that were kind of here around the campgrounds.
Yeah, and mentioned that this campground just opened yesterday, and we were talking to the manager and said they're full.
Yeah.
They just opened yesterday, and this weekend was full. So it's nice again that they've got a section that's kind of dedicated for through hikers. And I think
we're their first through hikers, and they were pretty excited.
They were excited.
Through hikers, yeah, good.
Yeah, they were pretty excited about the fact that we stopped here. So, anyways, tomorrow, like I said, we're probably going to only do about 14. It's going to work out pretty well with the layout of where shelters are. And so we'll do 14 to 1 tomorrow, and then we've got some options going in for the next 2 days as we work our way to Norwich. So that's good to know.
Yeah, and a little bit challenging again because you're supposed to only camp in designated areas, and there's some weird spacing things again with that. We're just got to work with it.
Yeah, and we will. And we're at 486 miles to go, and this is actually the end of week 11 for us. We've been out here 11 weeks. Joe and I have been together 24 hours a day for 11 weeks.
And don't you think we're looking more like each other every day?
Yeah. Until he shaves his beard. I was trying to look like him, and then he shaved, and it's like, well. But yeah, the beard's kind of.
It's coming in, buddy.
It's coming in. It won't be long. I'll be able to get that braid in there. Keep telling Christy that I'm going to be wearing this to my son's wedding.
Looks like a fine Southern gentleman.
Yeah, and somehow she's keep telling me no. So I don't think even if I tried, I think I'd have to sleep pretty lightly, because I think she'd shave it off while I was sleeping. So, but yeah, we'll see how this looks after we get to Katahdin, and then that'll probably be it. When we flip back to Southern Virginia, I'll be back to my original state probably.
Should be sitting at the front door with a pair of scissors when you show up.
Right, exactly. So, all right, well, I guess that's about it. Again, things are going well. We're living the life.
And the bodies are holding together.
The hiker life.
Yes.
We're taking what it's given.
Because we're hiking for a living.
Here you have it.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, y'all have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.
Happy trails.